So if you were a private investor today with, say, $1 to $5 million in capital, how would you look to allocate the venture portion of that portfolio then?
Well, first of all, the old adage is that you have to diversify, right? That's the best advice that I think has ever been given to investors. So I think that it's certainly true that I wouldn't recommend anyone to do direct investing. Because by direct investing, essentially you take idiosyncratic risk on certain names and people. And unless it's your profession, unless you do this and you're really an expert at this, it's very hard to do that. And even we, who have this as a profession, we build portfolios of companies. So we still try to diversify, right? And we're incredibly selective. So over the years at Flashpoint, we've probably supported 80 companies. And I think that we look at 200, 250 companies to make one investment, right?
Yeah.
So, if you don't want to do this as a full-time job, then my recommendation is that you go to the professionals, you essentially invest into funds, and you diversify. You select a couple of managers that you like, where you have a good relationship, where you understand what is their alpha, what is their unique source that drives returns. You understand that they're able to generate consistent returns. And I wouldn't go for outsized returns because it's also driven by vintages and driven by economic cycles, right? So consistency of returns is more important than sort of the return on the last fund. And probably the last advice is going to be one that you will not like, but it's more situational with where the macro economy is now with the high interest rates. Probably the bit that I wouldn't do at the moment is pre-IPO stuff, because interest rates are quite high, and it can really go two directions from here, right? One is that interest rates will be cut in the next 2 years. And then, the economy will thrive, and there will be more money in the economy and valuations will go up and there will be more valuations. That is certainly a scenario that could play out. But there's also a different scenario where, interest rates stay high and there is a significant economic downturn. And I think that at the moment, also with the geopolitical instability, and with the tariffs adding additional unpredictability to the markets globally, I think pre-IPO is a very risky proposition.